up, guys? DJ here at Top Tech Cards and Games with the deck profile for you. Today I'm going to be doing Shiranui, or zombies, however you want to look at it. There's, like 6 Shiranui monsters in it, so it's kind of a stretch, but whatever. It's a Sci-Frame Omega deck mostly, which is like my favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of fun to summon and terribly degenerate, which is my kind of thing, so that's what we're going with. Let's just get into the list. First, we have 3 Mizukis. You might actually be able to get away with 2 of these in the deck because you're going to recycle them every turn with Omega. It just gives you an unlimited amount of resources, really, though. Being able to put them back in your bin and keep special summoning. We're normally going to get back Unizombie with it, which we're also playing 3 of. Unizombie lets us make 7 or 8 synchros. It also pitches a Mizuki into your graveyard or whatever other zombie you want from your deck. So you're able to fill your bin up and get wherever, whatever combos you want. We also have 3 Shiranui Solitaire, which is really just 3 additional copies of Unizombie. This card's also a 1-card Sci-Frame Omega. So how that works is you summon Solitaire, tribute it for Mizuki, or not Mizuki, for Unizombie, sorry. Unizombie dumps Mizuki from your deck to go up to level 4, and Mizuki brings back Solitaire. And that's an Omega. So a 1-card normal summonable Omega turn 1 is a pretty powerful effect. We have a couple extra Shiranui monsters. 7 Shiranuis, not 6, my bad. We have 2 Spirit Master. It's a Debris Dragon for the archetype. And when it's removed from your, not from your graveyard, it's removed from anywhere, you get to destroy a face-up card on the field. 1 copy of Samurai, which is when it's removed from the game, you get to add a Shiranui from your graveyard back to your hand. It also has an effect that lets it get pumped up. And 1 Spectral Sword. Spectral Sword's a tuner. It doesn't do anything when it's removed, but you can remove it from your graveyard and another Shiranui monster. It might actually just be another zombie monster. Yeah, another zombie monster to make a synchro of the levels, so you can make level 6 synchros with it from your grave, and it will also activate your Shiranui effects when they're banished. Worth noting, I didn't mention this talking about the card the first time, when Solitaire is banished, you get to special summon one of your other banished Shiranuis. So it's a combo card and an important engine starter. We have 3 copies of Fairy Tale Snow. Snow lets us keep our plays going and extend our plays by bringing itself back from the graveyard. Additionally, it's a light for Brilliant Fusion, and you can use it on your opponent's turn to set off your pop effects with Shiranui Spirit, bro. Then we have 1 copy of Garnet, like I said, for Brilliant Fusion. 1 copy of Trick Clown for Brilliant Fusion. It's got a lot of cool combos. Brilliant Fusion and Unizombie is a 2-card double Omega combo because of Trick Clown. We have 2 copies of Summoner Monk to ensure we get to our Unizombies turn 1. And 1 copy of Zombie Master. Zombie Master has overperformed in the deck a lot for me. I started out playing 1 copy just because I thought it would be an interesting card to test with. I expected to quickly drop it for the 3rd copy of Spirit Master because, this card does the same thing but with a cost attached to it a lot of the time. But there's so many times where you can continuously bring back Zombie Master and keep making, rank 4s or plays with it by chaining Mizukis together. But the card actually really earned its spot. For our spells, we have 3 copies of Brilliant and 3 copies of Instant. My decks are all secretly fusion decks anymore. These cards are just too good. They let you extend your plays much better than any other card in the game. Both these cards, coupled with either Solitaire or Unizombie, are 2-card double Omega combos turn 1. Once you have 2 Omegas, you're able to just recycle your Mizukis and fill your graveyard for snow pretty infinitely, so you're able to take over the game. We have 3 copies of Desire. 3 copies of Gold Sarcophagus. Like the Dragon Rollers, the Shiranui monsters don't need to be removed from our graveyard to get their effects, they just need to be removed. So you're able to play a Gold Sark as a DDR, as a pop-a face-up card, or even to add a Shiranui back from your graveyard to your hand. Additionally, you can just Gold Sark for like a Soul Charge or Burial or something that's going to be really powerful. We also have a copy of Foolish Burial, since it acts as a monster born in the deck. Burial is an interesting card. As the game goes on, it gets very powerful, but it can be kind of bricky turn 1. I think it's powerful enough that it's worth the slot, but definitely could be something you could consider changing. Then 1 copy of Upstart Goblin. And then finally, we have traps. There's 3-dimensional barriers in the deck. I thought about playing Vanity's Emptiness because we can make Spark, but I didn't want to change any of my extra cards to put him in. So I just stuck with triple barrier, so our opponent's Twin Twisters are never going to actually be live cards against us. This didn't seem like a deck that you would want traps in at first to me. These are actually 3 DDRs in my first version of the deck. They got changed to Dimensional Barrier because I found out that, unlike what I expected, I thought I was going to like make 3 Omegas turn 1 and then just kill my opponent. It turns out this deck's actually super grindy, so you make your Omegas turn 1, your opponent still gets to play with like 5 cards on their first turn. I'm assuming I didn't hit their Pot of Desire, so they got to play it and draw up to 5. And decks are so broken nowadays that 5 cards is a lot of the time enough to kill you, or at least to put you too far behind where your Omegas aren't quite enough. So if you're able to open any of those 2-card combos, make a bunch of Omegas, and then bury your opponent, there's no way they can get far enough ahead that you don't outgrind them. So Barrier has been a pretty good addition to the deck. Onto the extra deck, we have 3 Omegas. Already talked about, kind of the linchpin of the deck. I've actually not used 3 many times. I use 2 most games. We have 1 copy of Scarlight, 1 copy of Shogun Saga. This card's actually really powerful. I didn't know what it did before I started playing this deck, but when you summon it, you get to remove a zombie from your bin, and it gains attack equal to that guy. Then when it dies, you when it dies, you can target a banished zombie monster and return it to your graveyard. So that's pretty strong, being able to recycle your different Shiranui monsters and whatnot. Then we have Black Rose and Black Rose Moonlight. Black Rose Dragon is like integral to replaying against back row heavy decks. It's very easy to make, kind of free. And Moonlight is also a really good kind of floodgate-ish monster. We have 2 level 6s. We have Revived King and Samurai Saga. You can make this guy with Summoning Spectral Sword, and you get around the Plague Spreader restriction when you're removing from your bin to special summon this guy, so you can use Spectral Sword in your graveyard to summon Hadez, and he's actually really powerful for the negate effect. Rank 4s, we have Castell and Direwolf, just utility destruction. Abyss Dweller because he's broken, and Minerva to help fill up our bin. And then we have our fusions, Nodin and Seraphinite. In the extra deck, the only thing that I really don't... There's 2 cards, right, that I have wanted that aren't in here. One of them is Scrap Dragon, and the other one is Daigusto Emerald, which you could easily just replace the Minerva with. The Minerva's like actually been very average in the deck. I thought it would be incredible, and it's kind of just barely got there. But yeah, so there's the deck. It's something a little bit different. I know a lot of people aren't going to want to get triple Omega, but you can definitely get away with 2. Like if you just wanted to make the deck a little bit cheaper and try it out, you could Emerald, Scrap Dragon, make those switches easily. Excuse me. The main board's pretty fun though. Another change you could consider trying is DDR over Gold Sark. DDR was really good in the deck, but you do have a limited number of resources, so you wanted to... I thought Sark was a little bit more applicable. You do want to keep your spell count roughly where it is, just because of Summoner Monk. I think I'm on 16 right now. I actually didn't do the math to check where you want your spell count to be, but I can't imagine any lower than that is ideal. If somebody reminds me later, I can try to do the math and check it out. But yeah, so there's the list. This is Shiranui. It's a ton of fun to play. It's something a little bit different if you're tired of playing the standard meta decks right now. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll have more content coming soon.